Hi, today I'm just going to have a brief talk about macro interactivity and how to set up a macro to be interactive and make some type of change, splitting of touching objects, removing something maybe that should have been counted, maybe making an adjustment to the image display, whatever it may be. This was an update that we put into Image Pro in the 10.0.1 release. It's very simple, but really increases the usability, the ease of use of this tool. And the simple change was adding one line for any command that can be made interactive, or any tool that can be made interactive in the macros, is adding this interactive simple checkbox. For everyone that's read the macros, to do this, you would have to right-click in this gray area. Make sure you're only doing it in the gray area to have this dialog pop up on the left here to indicate what particular property, dialog, image would be made interactive. So again, now that whole process has become much simpler. The great thing about macros is if there's some type of interaction where people are going through the same set of operations over and over again, it's really a great way to simplify processes, make a better user experience, and just, people can get in, do the work, and get out. So again, it's a great enhancement from a usability standpoint. So let me just quickly show how this works. I just did a simple macro that really is only about 3 lines, and you'll see in a second that it does nothing more than just go ahead and record this macro again. A macro, you can link it up to the quick access toolbar. You just simply go count this image. And what we're looking for through these structures, and this is the EM image, you can see the calibration bar there, but it's simply measure an alloy within it. So in this case, and the problem is, in this particular one is, what I'm trying to measure matches the background. So normally to overcome this, we either position a series of ROIs and use Features Manager, or you can prompt someone to draw them. Again, depending upon the workflow and what needs to be done, but we want to add some interactivity to either, well, it's really to prompt them either to maybe either reposition ROIs or to draw ROIs so they're not counting the background. So in this case, again, this is a straightforward, simple macro recorded, which was you have the image open before you ever start recording the macro. It gets assigned document 1. I simply open my measurement options file. It's a reminder measurement options file. In this case, I'm using from count size. So I have how I have my segmentation set up. In this case, smart segmentation, what parameters I want to measure. And if I have any filtering going out to remove particles that are not what I want to measure, either by size or any other property that's filled within Image Pro. And how I have my display, do I want to show the object filled or outline, or do I want to put, the object number display or the actual measurement value on. And that all gets saved in that measurement options file, that .iqo file. So in this case, to add ROI interactivity, I'm in the Automate ribbon. in the Project Workbench that I called from the Automate ribbon. This is where my macro is. So in this case, I simply typed in ROI to find every instance of ROIs, reasons of interest within Image Pro. In this case, all I need to do is select my rectangular tool and insert it after I've already assigned what document or what image I'm working on. I insert it, I double-click on it, or click on it once, that goes into code, but in the designer view, by highlighting that rectangular tool, that brings up the properties. In this case, if I want to, if this is the command I want to be interactive, I'll say yes. As a reminder, you need to tell what image to work on. In this case, my input. My input is going to be document 1, which is usually, you can follow it right here, active document is assigned to document 1. Now I'm working on document 1, and then all my other interactions or actions are going to be done on that particular document. And finally, if I want to add some text, prompts, I can add a prompt, please draw an ROI, put that in here. Sometimes, and I just put that in there, please draw. The ROIs, and then I can save it. Sometimes, again, this is personal, I'll just double check to make sure that that's sticking. Oops, I turned that off by accident. Input document 1. Usually I go back and forth just to make sure I have, oops, there we go. Document 1, have to load it, and now let's run it. So in this case, I want to run my region of interest, my macro that's going to prompt me to draw a region of interest. Please draw the ROIs. Again, you can put directions on what the person should do. I'm already in the correct tool, and so now, again, whether I was using Feature Manager, I can now draw my ROIs. I may want to make a little adjustment, or I may just say in the center there. Now I'm going to redo that one just a little bit. I know I'm going to pick up some of that edge that I don't want. There we go. Press OK to continue. Analysis is automatically done, and my data is generated. And I can also generate my statistics. Show statistics only. And it's as simple as that. Any command that can be made interactive simply by using that checkbox to make it interactive, make sure you're working on the right image. And again, you can add a prompt to walk through what should be done at this step.